Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Zomboland Gaming. I am Zombo Skater, and today we are moving past aluminum. Whoo! Boy, that last episode just had me going into a giant pit of despair and sadness and hope. But this past week, I promised I was gonna fix it all and make it look better, and I have done that. So we are gonna go check that out in just a second, but I really wish that I had a second person on here right now to put the research into the hub there, so I could go. I've always wanted to ride this thing off into the space. But anyway, so we are back at the main hub right now. Today is going to be trying to complete everything to do with tier 7, and as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and pop all of this stuff in here right now to get it over and done with. All right, so this is hazmat suit. The next one is going to require radio control units, which is the main portion of this episode.
Milestone reached. With the new hazmat suit and iodine-infused filters, you will be protected against uranium-based radiation.
Sweet. All right, cool. So now we're going to be able to go into here. And where's it going to be? Where's it going to be? So we've got iodine-infused filters, which what do those require? So they require gas filters, quick wire, and aluminum casings, and regular gas filters are fabric, rubber, and coal. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Now right here, hazmat suit requires rubber, plastic, aluminum all-clad sheets, and fabric. Okay, so we got that last episode. We got the special recipe, the alternate recipe to make fabric. So we're definitely going to create a fabric factory sometime here soon, so we can build our hazmat suit and all these filters and whatnot, so we can actually go deal with the uranium once we get up to tier 8. All right, so that's all done. So we are go ahead and let's select our next hub. Select milestone 7, and the last one here is going to require 50 radio control units. So we are going to build a radio control unit factory today, and we will close out of hub 7, and we'll only have one more hub to go. That's so amazing. And as I was bouncing around the map doing stuff and things, I got another hard drive, so let's go ahead and scan it. 10 minutes to go on that, and now we shall be off. So I have not done anything over here at the main factory, but I have done a lot over at the aluminum factory, so it is actually looking completely different than all of our normal factories. We can kind of see my design process here has been to try and keep it as small as possible inside a box and go vertical with it. I mean, it looks pretty darn cool, right? I mean, I'm gonna eventually, I would like to come over and glass all these and all that sort of stuff, make it look a little bit nicer. It all depends on, you know, how our mega factory build goes, whether we're gonna tear all of this down or if we're gonna glass it up, or we may leave them. I may leave them standing and glass them up, but just remove the conveyors that go into them, because obviously we're gonna need all the items, right? So I might leave them all still standing, just as kind of like remnants of our first factories kind of deal. I think it's a cool idea, actually. We'll make them look all nice and pretty, and then eventually, you know, after we get our mega factory built or whatever, maybe we want to come back and use all the individual factories again. I don't know. So we'll figure all that out, but I think it might be a cool idea. Make them look all really nice. So, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over and peruse the aluminum factory, and then we will head back over to the desert area where I have already set up the 5 items needed for radio control units, which we will go ahead and talk about on this long journey. And I've got the sniffles today. So I have set up a basic radio control unit flowchart here, and I'm actually going to double the recipe because I have enough items. So we're basically going to have 120 iron ore, 240 copper ore, 160 plastic, which has already been made. I already had plastic sitting over in the desert already, so I was able to just pull it right off. And then we need 120 raw quartz, which we have plenty of that, and then as well as 80 aluminum casings. So this is the first factory that's going to be utilizing the output of the aluminum factory. So we need 160 aluminum casings coming over. 160? No, 80, because it's 40 in the manufacturer, so times 2 is 80. So basically what it's going to require is 12 smelters, 4 of them being for the iron ingots, 8 of them for being copper ingots, 34 constructors. So this is going to be a fairly big size factory. It's going to be 7 floors tall. Well, technically 14 if you count the sandwich layers. So 34 constructors, 2 of them for iron plates, 4 of them for iron rods, 6 for screws, 8 for wire, 4 for cable, 6 for copper sheets, 4 for quartz crystals, and then we're gonna go into 6 assemblers, 2 for reinforced iron plates, 4 for circuit boards, good lord, and then that'll lead to 5 manufacturers, 1 of them being for computers, 2 of them being for crystal oscillators, and then finally they will all go into 2 manufacturers for the radio control units. So it's gonna be a pretty big build. It's going to be in a 7x6 platform space, so we're going back to our original kind of style of building vertically, layer by layer. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the smelteration on the first level, and then do all the iron stuff, the iron plates, the iron rods, the screws, all on the next level. We'll just basically worm things back in around. Once we make the iron rods, it'll worm back into the sandwich layer, and then back up to the screws to output. The third layer is going to be the wire and cable. Once again, wire will output down into the sandwich layer, back up to make cables. Fourth layer is going to make copper sheets and our quartz crystal. The fifth layer will be our reinforced iron plates and circuit boards. We'll be able to fit all the assemblers all in one level. The sixth level will be the computers and the crystal oscillators. We'll be able to fit the 3 manufacturers on one level, and that's why I made it 7x6. So we actually have it looks like a 2 foundation gap in between, but it's basically like a gap and a half. Can I see everything from up here? And then the last level will be the 2 RCU modular frames. So yes, look at this down here. Let's go into photo mode. This is our new aluminum factory. It is all completely encased, and it is the first factory we built that looks like a factory. So I've taken all those lines and I've basically put them up in the air on what do they call it? Let's back out of this. Q. We're about to get autosave lag. Wonderful. Right in the middle of description. I love it. My one complaint about this game. No other complaints other than autosave lag. So these right here, the frame foundations. And then I've put them up on top and kind of have things worming through and whatnot. It looks really cool down there. I'm going to get rid of most of this platform on the surrounding area as it's not needed now that I know the size of this. But good lord, look at this mega Walmart superstore down here. So we have our coppers coming into here. And unfortunately, just like I was struggling with doing this on camera the other day, I completely forgot about smelting my copper. I had my copper line going in all the way under over to where it meets up. And it was just ore going in, and I was like, crap. And I could have, this is the only ore that's inputting over on this side. And I could have taken it all down, built the smelterations, and I was like, you know what, screw it. Just put the smelters over here. So we are actually smelting our copper here, and it comes in. This is our aluminum casings coming out. And then we've got our quartz crystal. Instead of it coming down here like it was before, it actually offshoots down there. Our coal, it's either coal or iron. I think it's our iron is coming down here, which I had to go find iron. And I believe I labeled it, hide menu. Where's our quartz? Yeah, so here's our iron coming in over here. Yeah, so I bought all this iron in from like right off here, bought it down, and we'll look at all that stuff. And then everything else is coming through, all of our bauxite and all that stuff. The first layer is our water extractors. Second layer is the aluminum solution, followed by aluminum scrap. And then that goes into, we've got, I believe over here is where we're making the silica. And then here is where the actual foundry for the aluminum ingots is. And then we've got aluminum. This long extension line here is the aluminum casings, and then right over here is our aluminum all-clad sheets, and then that is our storage. So pretty big. It doesn't seem like it's all that big from up here, but wait till we get down there. And it's all one layer basically. So I've got or 2 layers. So we've got all our ores and stuff are coming in on a basement layer, and then above it is where all of the machines are, and I've spaced them out and tried to make it look nice. There's still a whole lot that I have to do over here to make it look really nice, but yeah, look at this thing. It is just monstrous, and you can kind of see I still need to put some support pillars underneath there, but I was trying to actually put some creativity and design into it as I was building instead of just making it just bleh, here you go. But yeah, so we got our foundation going across and worming its way up. Instead of going all the way around and then up past by the coal, I said, you know what, I'm just gonna take a straight shot over there. So here's our copper coming in. and you're starting to kind of get an idea of how I am bringing all this stuff in. And we'll look at the one that's over at the entrance over here, since there's more to see over this direction. Hello, drop pod. And oh, I love this. Look at this. All of our awesome sinks are all on one side, so you can actually come in here and access the awesome sinks. Boop, like this. Oh, we got 7 more coupons. Look at this. We are at 40, what, 43? 3 coupons. So yeah, I love how these things look, just kind of poking their heads out over, and we can actually walk up. I built a bunch of these kind of stairwells like this. You can see they're similar. I tried to keep a similar theme all the way around, so wherever there's a stairwell, it kind of has this glass feature with the railings, plus it lets us go inside, so you can see how I've tried to keep everything off the ground so I can walk around as much as possible, but everything is flowing in nicely to wherever it needs to go. Well, let's go up here real fast. Up the stairs. Ooh, getting dizzy. But yeah, see, so you can see the awesome sinks. You know, they're right in here, but they're hidden from the front, and you just get that kind of cool looking feature standing out like it's like some sort of radar system or something. And then I tried to put glass as much as possible just to like see in. And here's our main entrance. Like I said, I've still got a lot of work to do. But yeah, I plan on like putting some stuff like this all the way around to kind of make it stick out, give it depth. But yeah, here's all our how I did all the incoming ores. So I made all these little foundations and stanchions. So it looks like it's all supported, and it looks really industrial. I like it. And then of course everything kind of just jumblies up, and then goes up on top and rides along the top the entire way down, and then goes in wherever it needs to. So let's go ahead and walk on through this. I have no idea how much power this thing is using, but I know it has to be a metric butt ton. Of course, it's probably actually not running now because we're probably at max capacity. Yeah, wow. 17.6 megawatts of power, or gigawatts of power. And we're only consuming 3,000 right now. Yeah, most of our factories are full. I've been kind of AFKing. So here we go. Let's come up in here. I do have walkways down below, but because of the way these things are sitting, it was hard to get any platforms in. So I kind of have this main platform is up above, goes straight through. And you'll notice I tried to hide the wires as best as possible. I mean, obviously they're still there, but they're all up in the air everywhere throughout the factory, so you'll never hit your head on them. They don't clip into anything. They go straight to wherever the batteries are. And the ones here in the middle, essentially what I did was I kind of took a ceiling out and then grabbed a wall, and then I did one of these numbers like this. So then we can put that back, erase that, foundations, put this back, go to our power, and then whatever double wall outlet or whatever, I put that down and then erase my wall. So bam, there you go. So that's how I got these floating powers. And that way I could position them as close as possible to everything and string them all out and make it look real nice. And then of course, you'll notice there's lights. I put lights everywhere. So okay, yeah, so this is our water extractor. We have 18 water extractors sitting down here. And then they all feed in to where we're making our aluminum solution. And so I basically set this up where you've got outputs on one side and then inputs on the other in the middle. So we got outputs, inputs, outputs, inputs, and then an output. So we were able to fit it real nicely, and I couldn't really fit a walkway or anything in here, but as you notice, everything is kind of nice and clean down there. All we really have on this layer is just these refiners, and we're able to kind of walk around. You notice I put walkways everywhere. Really nice and bright in here, so you can really see everything that's going on. So yeah, so and then look at this view. You can see where all our ores are coming in. I tried to make it as interesting as possible, you know, making it to where you can see everything. So basically, our bauxite's coming in, our water's coming in, and then we have our aluminum solution is coming out through the wall down below, as you can see right there. And then it comes into here, and now with the amount of refiners we needed here, we're making our aluminum scrap in this area. And once again, same ordeal. I have my power stringing everywhere, got my lights, got little walkways and whatnot. And I believe this is you'll be able to see kind of how I bought everything into the facility from like right here. Yeah, see, so I tried to put like windows and walls, so where we've got our ore coming in and it drops on down, and then you can actually watch the ore come through the factory into where it goes, which I think is a neat little feature. See, and then you can actually walk around the factory down below to the maintenance area, as I would like to call it. Well, let's go back in here. So yeah, so this is making our aluminum scrap, and then once again, our aluminum scrap is going to output straight into the next portion of the facility, which is going to be our aluminum ingots, right? So aluminum ingots require silica. So I believe, did I do it over here? I believe this is our silica factory. Yeah. So because it's 48 constructors I needed for the silica, we have all of our aluminum scrap is nicely coming in down below. And then I offset over here the giant room of constructors making all of this silica. It's 48 constructors making all of this silica. It is absolutely insane. But thankfully, we're up to Mark V conveyors now. So we were able to move a lot of this product around quite quickly and efficiently. But oh man, so nice, right? And I'm gonna love the view out of this factory. So okay, so all of our silica comes back over into our factory over here where the aluminum ingots are being made. And then what we have to do from there is the aluminum ingots are going out into 2 different directions. And also the byproduct. If we come and look at this, we have a byproduct from back over here, from aluminum scrap, right? The water that's right here. I had to get rid of the water as well, because if the water backs up, then we're not going to get any aluminum scrap going to here. So I have the water piping out this direction into this giant room of just, I wanted to keep everything balanced, right? So what we have here is this row of foundries is making steel. So we have 24 foundries making steel, and then they go out left and right to these constructors, which are then making steel canisters. So instead of making empty canisters out of plastic, which we just do not have enough crude oil available to do that, fortunately we had the alternate recipe, so we're making steel canisters, and then those steel canisters head out into packagers. So we're taking the water in, the empty canisters in, and then those are just going off that direction over into the awesome sink. And we'll go down below here in a little bit, but basically the way it goes is there's 4 foundries making the steel, going into high fly, going into 3 constructors making the empty canisters, which then go into 2 packagers. And I believe that's just times 6. So you can basically see I have the exact same setup times 6. Oh, excuse me. So this whole entire room is just to get rid of the water, and it goes out this direction over into the awesome sink. I believe we right here. So it comes right back out into the awesome sink, which is then right here. And the silica from the aluminum solution also just comes right here. So we're getting rid of all of our byproduct. I will eventually, when we start the mega factory, I will repurpose the silica for the aluminum ingots, and I'll repurpose the water for the aluminum solution. But you have to get everything up and running in order to then be able to utilize that byproduct in the actual manufacturing process. So until you have it flowing, you can't use it, obviously. But for the time being, we still have reward points that we need to use. So I've got it just going into there to just basically make us coupons. All right, so that is the packager. So now the last 3 portions of this plant have to do with the aluminum ingots. So we've got our copper is coming in right here on this line, and I really need a door right here. Let's put a door in. Wall and a door. Boop. All right, here we go. So then the aluminum ingots are going to come in over here. And this room right, oh no, whoop, I'm in the right room. I'm in the right room. All these assemblers, all these I think there's 15 assemblers in here. Yeah, 15 assemblers, and these are making our aluminum all-clad sheets, which require aluminum ingots and copper ingots. So yeah, I couldn't put anything right here, unfortunately. Hold on. Let's see if we can't can we get away with one of these? Oh, I can put these in here. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm gonna clean this up later. Good. I'm trying to close up any gaps so that way I stop falling down places. But I wanted to put just bars here, but because of where the assemblers are, see how it nudges into the assembler. Even if I rotate it, it's gonna hit the bounding box. I believe we might be able to overcome that in update 5. And then this final room is 11 constructors making our aluminum casings, which are just 90 aluminum ingots to make 60 aluminum casings. Holy crap, though. What a crazy long room. By the time I got all done, we had our raw quartz here and our aluminum all-clad sheets. I only had 3 blocks to put space, and I was like, oh man, how am I gonna fit this all in right here? because I wanted a walkway around. And if I had done how I've been doing this with the inputs and the outputs broken out, then I'd have no walkway, right? Because it'd be right here and right here. So I put them all in a long straight line, which actually ends up being a kind of a cool feature because it sticks out awkwardly out of the back here. Because you can see, bam, now we're past the factory. And it just gives, I don't know, it just gives a cool little feature. I actually like it. I really like the fact that I built this not straight vertically. So then basically our aluminum all-clad sheets and our aluminum casings come into here, which is our storage unit. And I put the cool flood lamps up there because they hide really nicely. And I separated them out. I really didn't need to separate this out in the back here. And you can kind of see I've put a window here so we can actually see our products going in. I basically just bought the outputs and then separated into two to go into 2 stacks just so we can fill this all up. And look at this already. Oh, man. We need these for conveyors, for Mark V conveyors. I wonder how full up we are. Holy snickerdoodles. Okay, so that's 3. Can I make this jump? I can't make this jump. And... oh, man. So we already have like 7-ish of those filled up. Wow, how are we doing with aluminum casings? Well, I just took care of that one. Please tell me you're up here. 4, 5. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, it didn't hurt. Well, let's just go straight to the top and see. Holy crap, we're almost full on aluminum casings. That's almost 10. 10. Wow. And that's just been in the time that I've been working on other things. That is insane. So yeah, there's a lot of cleanup I gotta do to this to make it look even nicer. But I hope that makes up for just the absolute floundering that I did in the last 2 videos as I initially, because this is the first time that I've ever made aluminum. Those 2 videos that I made was the first, well, no, I take that back. I did do a little bit. A tiny little facility on my my single player, my original single player, my non-YouTube player map. I believe I did a little bit of the aluminum smelting. So I think all in all, that came out really cool because I really didn't plan it much. I kind of just, I took my time over this past week and then just did just a little bit at a time. You know, just set stuff down. Tried to figure out, okay, how big of a space do I need? How can I make this clean? The underneath was really easy to do because I had so much space because of laying it all out in one, layer. Can we get up in here? Can we get up in here? Yeah, I mean, look at this. I mean, look, this is all the space we have just for putting in the storage. This is the aluminum casings. I mean, you can see just how much space we have. There is some weird funkiness that I had to do with some of these in order to get everything separated out properly, like right back over here. Because of how many aluminum ingots I had, I basically have 480, 480, 240, and then on the other side, 240 coming in. So I had to separate out one of the 480s to get basically 210 going to aluminum all-clad sheets and 270 going over that direction to the aluminum casings. So hence this little mess of mergers and splitters to get all that working properly. Because I tried to make this as efficient as possible by putting the exact amount of input in and not stack overflowing. But as you can see right here, there's a lot of overflow. Just basically, I've got the line coming in, splitting out, going up and off. But I think this turned out really well. And how do I get out of here? Let's get out of here. Here's all our piping. There is a metric butt ton of piping. And as you can see, this gets kind of hairy. It's pretty crazy. This is our water that's going over to the packager. Pretty cool though. I'm digging it. I really think this turned out really well. It looks like a jumbled mess, but it's actually very, very well laid out as far as like everything is pretty symmetrical for each portion of the factory. I think it looks pretty darn cool. Now that we now that I just remembered, we have, lots of coupons, which I wonder what's our rate right now. 34,974 points a minute. Wow, that is the highest I've ever achieved. Here's our vehicle, but let us go ahead and do one thing real fast. Special awesome shop, because I noticed the other day that I am missing, I think, an attachment. Yes, right here. So let's go ahead and purchase that, and I believe we can get our first statue. Oh, yes. Where are we going to put it? Adequate pioneering, the statue of the running character. Adequate pioneering. Bye, all. Nice. So now all we have left in these is just, wait, am I full up? There's no way. I was about to say. Purchases? Yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen the purchase come over here. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So we are now done with purchasing everything in here except for statues. And as you can see, whoo, what's that? 200, 300, 350, 400. So it's 1,400, 1,550. We need 1,550 coupons to get the rest of these. What's this statue look like? Hopefully I can tear this down. Let's put you right there. We need to look at this. We need to look at this. Where's that at? Oh my god. Oh man. That is cool. Hi, Master Chief. What's up? What does it say on the front? Fix it. Adequate engineering. That is cool. Oh, that is cool. We'll have to put these up by our hub for the time being. That is epic. All right. Okay. Woo. So that is basically what I've been working on. It took a lot of hours. I mean, I had to tear down everything that we had before. I mean, I tore it all down. That in and of itself took like an hour and a half. I must have spent a good 20 hours or so trying to get that all nicely put together. I did a stream yesterday. For those of you who don't know, I do stream on Twitch. Not very often, mind you. I would like to be a regular Twitch streamer, but mental capacity and me don't seem to get along quite well. So I don't stream as often as I would like to. I do plan on starting streaming more on a more regular basis. But in the meantime, it's kind of like a hit or miss. It's usually only when I'm working on prep for my YouTube videos and I'm like, I'm already playing the game. I'm doing all the boring bits behind the scene. Let's go ahead and, you know, stream and let people chat. So if you're ever interested, you know, the more people that get interested in it, the more I will stream. But for the time being, it's like once every other Friday or Saturday. That, and then with streaming, I like to have music while I'm playing with streaming, and thanks to copyright infringement, having Pandora playing in the background means I can never upload those to YouTube. And that's just annoying to me, because you can scrub most of the music out of the video, but it takes a ridiculous amount of time. When you're talking a 3 to 4 hour long stream, and you've got 3 to 4 hours of copyrighted music that YouTube then has to scrub so you don't get copyright infringed, we're talking a 2-day process of just letting your video sit there to scrub all the music out and hoping that it doesn't kill your vocal audio as well. Because, you know, obviously the way I stream, or not record, I'm using Streamlabs OBS, and I'm just capturing anything that's on my desktop. So, like, if I was to minimize this window here, you'd see my desktop. I can pull up YouTube. I can pull up, you know, whatever I wanted to. It just makes it convenient. Especially when I do like my music videos and stuff like that, my music theory videos, because I can pull up like a recording program, I can pull up MuseScore, I can pull up Tablature, the internet, whatever I need. Okay, so this line that you see coming up here, to get back to the game and stop complaining about streaming. This is where our aluminum casings are coming, and then I just have it coming straight down, and then it goes underneath the platform just like the rest of our stuff. I still plan on, like I said, having this be our train station, but for the time being, it is currently our factory floor, our second base, our third base, fourth base. I don't even know how many bases we have anymore. We have a lot. So right over here is where we're going to build our radio control units. It should be a fairly straightforward build, as it's one component instead of a whole bunch like the other thing. So yeah, that's where we're going to build. But I saw that our MAM was done, so let's go check out our MAM. You know, I never noticed this before. I never really paid attention to this. This has got a lot of damn detail in it. I never really looked at this. I like it. Okay, anyway. Okay, so what do we got? Copper rotors, so copper sheets and screws. That's not bad. Quick wire. We're really not going to use bio-coal. Biomass to coal? That might be convenient. That might be convenient. 5 biomass to coal. Although I'm getting to a point where I'm never ever going to use coal again. Once I get up to nuclear power plants, we're not going to use coal. So let me see. High-speed connectors is right here, right? You know what? Let's just go ahead and pull down a manufacturer. Production, manufacturer. So high-speed connectors are 210 quick wire, 37.5 cable, 3.75 circuit boards. So 60. Wow, it's a hell of a lot less quick wire. 25 silica and 2 circuit boards to make how many? To make 2. So this is only making 3.75. So we're doing away with cable and using silica in its place, and it only requires 2 circuit boards. The circuit boards are the same amount, right? Yeah, it's basically the same amount of circuit boards per, and only 60 quick wire, because that's 120 quick wire would make 4 of these, which is more. Oh, that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. Rotors, though, 52 screws and 6 copper sheets. Rotors are normally, let's see. Rotors are normally 20 iron rods, so it does away with the iron. We still need the iron rods for screws, though. It's 100 screws. How many is this making? 4, right? 100 screws for 4. 52 screws for 3. So, let me see. So, that was 4, right? 100, so that'd be 50 for 2. Yeah, it'd be 50 for 2. Which would make 75 for 3. So, that's definitely less screws and using copper sheets. Which one do we do, though? We're going to have a lot of raw quartz that we're just not utilizing. And a whole lot less quick wire. And we don't have that much Caterium available. This requires the same amount of plastic as well. We don't have much copper either. So I'd rather not use copper here for this, because we really don't have that much copper available when you consider how much iron there is to make just iron rods and screws. Let's go ahead and go with this one. All right. Cool. All right. Let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. Oh, I guess there was one other thing that I built. I completely forgot about this. Oh, good lord. Oh, I about killed myself there on my own spit. All right, so we have a concrete. I have all this limestone that was just sitting over here. So I bought these 3 lines of limestone down and just built a ginormous concrete factory. So we don't have to keep going back to the main base to get concrete. We can just go book right there. I like it. I planned on building another EIB factory over here, but now that we're into aluminum and our aluminum's closer, we're just gonna Mark 5 belt everything over, which I probably should have gotten some. All right, so we're gonna get into the time-lapse period. As you can see, I have raw quartz, plastic, and aluminum casings, and the reason they're not connected to these right now is because they're going up to other layers. But the copper and the iron is going to be smelted on this first layer, hence that's why they're going in. But this is going to be our little space. We're going to make some radio controlled units right here on this piece of paper. So let's get into the time-lapse period and build us a radio control unit factory. Woohoo! right, everyone, welcome back. We're gonna take a little bit of break. I'm almost finito. I've got 3 layers left. I just ran out of EIB. Good grief. So we are on the reinforced iron plate and circuit board level, and as you can see, this thing is pretty damn tall. We will cover what each layer is doing after we're all said and done, but so far it's been pretty straightforward, minus this current layer that I'm on, just because of how I'm having to the screws have to go to both the computers and to make reinforced iron plates, and then the plastic has to go to both making circuit boards and to making computers as well. So I had to do a little bit of worming around to swippy swappy all that stuff around. But yeah, just wanted to give you a little bit of a progress report, and I'm gonna go head off and make some EIB. And actually, we didn't have anything done, right? There's no. Yeah, we don't have any hard drives, and we're waiting on these. We're waiting on these in order to do our last hub upgrade. So yeah, look at this. This thing is, oh, it's bigger than our beacon factory already, and we're not even done. Craziness. Yeah, so I'm almost done with the reinforced iron plates and circuit boards. Then we have computers, crystal oscillators, and then finally the RCU. So pretty close. So I shall return. Well, you'll pretty much just see me go right into a time lapse. I'm gonna go get EIB and then start the time lapse again. But I just wanted to say hi. How's it going? Hope you're enjoying. know you're in there. Oh, this belt is too short. Well, welcome back, everyone. So I decided not to do a 7th layer. I ended up not needing it. Hey, there we go. Yay, radio control units. Oh, these things look so cool. Look at all the detail in it. Like an old ham radio. Whew. All right, so I made a little bit of a messy mess up here. We're going to have to figure out another way to get up and down. Which, conveniently, we can just use these. Whew. All right, so this actually is not going to be as efficient as I wanted to. I don't know where I went wrong with my calculations. I think maybe what I forgot to do was for the crystal oscillators. I think the math might be right, but I think I have to overclock both of the crystal oscillator machines, because right now it looks like there's only enough for one crystal oscillator in each one instead of 1.25, but we'll figure that out. So, all right, so we are now making radio controlled units, and this is a ginormous tower. Holy crap, look at this thing. So, all right, on the first layer, we have our copper and iron going through. Pretty standard, very nice and efficient. I mean, it's just basically coming in and merging out to the 8 copper and 4 iron smelt erasures. And then we have the copper going off over there. And because we need copper ingots for copper sheets and for cable, it was basically a 50-50 split. So 4 of these smelters are going up that way for copper sheets. 4 of the smelters are going up that way for the wire, which then makes cable. And then here's all our iron ingots going that way. Nice, neat, orderly. This is not producing as many iron ingots as I'd like it to. Interesting. All right, okay, so let's get on up to the next layer. We were going to use the storage units to get up there, since I had to erase the platform in order to... Holy crap, that sun is like... Do you see this? Do you see the sunshine upon my face? Like I am a golden child. I am not a golden child. All right. What? That is not the storage unit I wanted to use. Okay. All right, so up in here, this is our iron level. So we have all the iron... I cannot do things. So we have all of our iron ingots coming up into here. I believe the first 2 are making iron plates. The last 4 are making iron rods. Ugh. I'm stuck. Hello? Come on, let me off. Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, okay. I really need the no-clip mod. Okay, and so then what I ended up doing, and you'll see it coming out of the constructors, instead of merging them together and then coming down in one line to then have to split them down here, I just basically have... This side is coming straight back down into here, and then I just split it 3 ways to go into the screws, and then same over there. So here you go. You can see this right here. So we've got our 6 screws being made. And this is interesting that these back ones, you can see the inefficiency of this. It will slowly build itself up and be perfect and fine. But then our screws go out that way. But yeah, you can see how I have these 2 iron rods merging together, coming down there, and the same over on this side. And then our iron plates are just going straight up. And oh, I misspoke. That's our raw quartz coming up. The screws are going out that way. Okay, next layer, I believe, is our wire and cable. And do I have a way to get up over here? Oh, God. Okay, this is going to hurt. Oh, God. Hello? 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 Oh, God. Oh, and an autosave. Great timing, autosave. I hope I didn't fall off. All right. Oh, these autosaves take forever. Can I do some parkour? Oh, look at me go. Parkour. I am Michael Scott. How am I going to get up here, though? Oh, no, we didn't make it. All right. Ladder. Extend down. Should have just done that in the first place, eh? All right, so I believe, yeah, this is our copper, right? So we just have our coppers coming in. All of this copper is going to just make cable. So all of it is going in there to make wire, and then I did the same thing as I did on the lower level with the iron rods going to screws. All of that cable is then being turned into wire, so it just comes right back down and feeds right in to make wire. And I don't understand how it's doing that because, oh, did I just... Huh? Wait, hold on. That's all my wire. Wait, what? What is going on? Oh, I'm an idiot. all my wire is coming into here and then going up to make cable. I'm brilliant. So yeah, so here's all our cable. Our cable's then going up, and none of the wire needs to go anywhere. So our cable's going up there. There's our copper going to make copper sheets on the next layer. It's been a long day. Almost a week, all year. Ow! Ooh, hi, Bob. Hey, Bob. Bam! Where's my food? I need foods. We need lots of foods. Put more foods on our hotbar. Give me all the foods. I am a danger and a detriment to my own health. All right. Oh, God. I can't even find the ladder. There is... The more machines I make, the laggier this gets on the high settings. It's not doing so bad, but it's not exactly great either. Okay, so here is now our copper sheet layer and our raw quartz layer coming in to make crystal quartz. So we got crystal quartz coming into here, pretty nice split. And then our copper is just coming in, splitting off into all the constructors making the copper sheets. Nice and even, nice orderly. So here's all our copper sheets, then going up, and all our raw quartz, then going up, or our quartz crystal, then going up. Very, very simple. So all these layers so far have been fairly straightforward, fairly simple. Then we get up into our first assembler level. So up here we are making 4 assemblers making circuit boards and 2 making reinforced iron plates. And it looks like our reinforced iron plates is actually gonna be our slowest denominator here. Because for once our circuit boards are actually caught up. Okay, that's interesting. So that's where our issue is going to be, is with our reinforced iron plates. Okay, so underneath here, we basically have our screws coming in, and here's where things got a little higgledy-piggledy. So, if I can get over here. Oh, God, I'm stuck again. Oh, come on, for fuck's sake. There we go. All right. So, on this layer, right, so we're making reinforced iron plates and circuit boards. And so in order to do that, the reinforced iron plate's not a big deal. The iron plates and the screws go together, boom, done deal. But the plastic that's needed for the circuit boards also has to go over to the computers. So I had to do a little bit of workaround here, and I'm not really gonna, well, I should be able to go over it. Yeah, you're gonna see here, I've just basically split and merged it out in order to get, I have 165 plastic coming in here. I only needed 160. So it's not quite even. It's like 61 point something going up to make all of the 61. No, the 61 is going up to the computers, and then the 100, 102, 103 is going to make all these circuit boards. So it's a little bit of an overflow on the plastic, but not a big deal. But that's really, otherwise it's pretty straightforward down here. It looks like a gigantic mess just because I have, 4 resources coming in here to then go up. But this is really the big deal here. The plastic, I just had to split and merge it out in order to get that 100 that I needed for the circuit boards. And then we go up to the final layer, which is actually fairly simple. We just basically have all our resources coming in. These 2 are making the crystal oscillators. So we have crystal cable and what is that? Reinforced iron plates going to make the crystal oscillators. And looks like that's going to be our limiting factor for how fast this goes. And then we have, for computers, we have the circuit boards, plastic, and cable and screws going in to make computers. And then what did I end up doing? I was gonna make a 7th level because we have our computers and our reinforced crystal oscillators being made right here. And yeah, this is our problem. I mean, we're caught up, which is nice. It might stay caught up. But see right here, I should be getting 1.25 because I technically need 2.5 crystal oscillators to go to make the reinforced iron plates, or not reinforced iron plates. I am spoking. See, 2.5 radio control units. It's been a long month, all week, all day, all year, all life. Holy crap. But so far, it's holding up pretty good. I mean, see, we're catching up all right, so it might end up being okay. Not bad. All right, so all I did here is, instead of taking these up to the next level, I have plenty of space here because I only needed 3 manufacturers. I put the 4th one down here, bought our aluminum casing straight up from way down at the bottom there, bought our computer straight over, and just merged the crystal oscillators, and bam, we are making radio controlled units and just sending them right down the hill here to our storage. So we should be making, I would say we're probably going to be making 2 a minute instead of 2.5, which is fine. I mean, we're not going to use these all that much for the time being. Eventually, we're definitely going to need to make sure we boost this production for, like, whatever the other components we're going to need. But, hell, we already got 26. So I am going to AFK here for a little bit, and then we will go back over to the space elevator, and we'll get our the last thing we're going to do today. We'll get the last hub upgrade and be done with tier 7. So I shall see you guys at the space elevator. All right, welcome back. So we are about to do our final little bits and pieces today. And I decided, yeah, let's just place our statues all around here by where our hub is. So I like it. I love this. I mean, God, they did a great job on the texture of the bronze. That's so cool. I like it. I love little details it gives. I mean, look at it. It even looks like it. Oh, that's just so cool. It looks weathered. I like it. All right, so let's get our last hub upgrade. Good Lord, I cannot word today. All right, so that's all our casing. That's all those. And the radio control units. Last portion of hub number 7. Yes, we only got one more hub to go. Well, until the update. Well, not this update, but the next update.
Milestone reached. Aerial transport of resources is now possible with the use of drones, ideal for shipping across long distances or difficult terrain. Ensure the presence of batteries at drone ports for optimal results. A new project part enables progress to the next phase.
Alrighty, so let's see, what did we get? So here, we need to look at all the things that we haven't played with. Let's start with tier 0. So we've got all of this that we played with. Yep, we have built and played with all of that. All of that. All of that. Okay. Oh, these are, now we're getting into my mods. Yep. Well, we sort of played with these like back day 1. We will probably utilize these in some fun fashion, especially with hypertubes and the factory cart. So we really haven't played with those yet. Did we just check 2? Yeah, okay. That was all 2, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, yep. We really haven't used the tractor. We haven't used the vehicles to move stuff around. Maybe once we get all said and done, we'll set some stuff up and do some things with the vehicles. We really haven't played around with them, though. Yep. Yep. Yeah, so we really haven't played with hypertubes. I really should. It would make getting around the map a lot easier. All of that. Yes, sir. We still need to make an adaptive control unit factory, which we probably will be doing for the next space elevator stuff, because we're going to need adaptive control units for the next thing. So we will be building one of those, I promise. But so far, that's the only factory item we haven't built. And obviously, if we need to, we will package all the rest of the stuff. But so far, the only thing we've had to package is fuel and water. But we've shown how it works. Okay, we've done all of this. Yep. Haven't played with trains yet. I promise you, we will be utilizing trains for the Mega Factory. So we will get into that. And then tier 7. We've now made all of this. We've done those. We need to make one of these still. So we will be using hazmat suits. Hazmat suits we will be using for tier 8. And so this is going to be next update. So next update, not next update, next video, we're going to make the sulfuric acid and the batteries. We're not going to do supercomputers yet. That's going to be the episode after that. We're not going to play with drones until we get to the Mega Factory. And then assembly director system. Once we get everything in tier 8 unlocked, then we're going to work on the space elevator stuff. The space elevator stuff is just going to be nightmares bonkers. And that's going to be the final thing we do. So that assembly director system is going to be one of the last things we create. So next episode is going to be sulfuric acid and batteries. And then we will also play around with hover packs next episode. And look at this. We are up into here. Oh, man. Oh, resource well pressurizer. Oh, yes, yes, yes. So this is going to allow us to get that extra crude oil, also some of the water spots, and nitrogen gas. So this is probably going to be the first one we do. Let me see. So what are these are going to be supercomputers, right? So we can't get that yet. Once again, supercomputers and fused modular frames. I'm not looking forward to that factory. And then, oh my god, all of the stuff and things for plutonium. Whoo! All right, so this is going to be the first one we're going to work on. Let's select this milestone. And what are we going to need for that? So we've got pretty much everything but the radio control unit. So this is going to be the first thing we're going to get. So next episode, we will unlock that, as well as work on the sulfuric acid and the batteries. And wow, what amount of progress we have made. That is amazing. All we have left is hard drives. All we have left is hub upgrade 8. We are well on our way. This is pretty awesome. This is pretty awesome. And once we get everything unlocked and we get nuclear power going, that's when we're gonna hit it hard, get our mega factory built. Before we get the mega factory, I think we're gonna take some time to play around, look at some go find all of the hard drives, get all of the alternate recipes that we can unlocked, find all the power slugs we can, and then we'll play around. We'll do some testing, normal recipe versus alternate recipe, and see which one truly is better, which one gives us more resources, which requires less power, which requires less resources. Work all those efficiency things out, because that might play part into how we actually build our mega factory. We might find out that my current plan for the mega factory is completely changed, so it's going to benefit us. Not only will we learn a little bit about alternate recipes and which ones actually are beneficial and which ones aren't, but also we'll be able to you know, change up our mega factory. Also next episode, we'll make a hazmat suit and we'll make a jetpack, or the hover pack, and we'll build a fabric factory, I believe. I think we're going to be able to get the sulfuric acid's not that big of a deal. Battery factory might be a big deal. I'll have to look into that, but sulfuric acid, not a big deal. Fabric factory, not a big deal. We should be able to get those two knocked out next episode. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. That was a much simpler factory to build over the aluminum factory. Good lord, did I go ballistic at the end of that last episode. So I hope you really enjoyed that, especially the way the music played out into calm, dark, angry, just brooding. I thought it was a pretty interesting way. And that was actually YouTube approved music. That was actually from YouTube's studio creator thing. So that was actually nice that I was able to find music that I knew was not going to be copyright infringed. So anyway, if you liked it, definitely hit the like, subscribe, comment, share with the universe. That really greatly helps this channel out. Really greatly makes my mental state feel better about things, that you know, other people are enjoying this as much as I'm enjoying creating it. So on that note, I'll see you guys in the next episode and possibly the next stream as we move on to the last little bits and pieces of tier 7. See you guys later. That's all for now. Bye bye. I actually have bullets today. Look at this. This is how much better the day is going. I have bullets. Bye.